Hi everyone, welcome to ETTV and Burt Talk Sports segment. Hector, welcome to the award-winning, Emmy award-winning segment.
Great to be here.
Yeah, I'm sure it is.
Breaking my maiden.
Let's go. The big game of the week. In fact, we'll hopefully do more of this, but the big game, probably the big game of the year. Patriots, Colts. Your thoughts, initial thoughts?
My thoughts on Monday, right when we turned the week, I said, make sure you're ready for a big Sunday night. Talk about a huge game in the middle of the season. Patriots and Colts. Does it get any better than this? I think you wrote it, Bill. It's a must-win for New England. You have to go in and get this when you can't fall 3 games behind.
I don't understand. Well, no, I do understand. Usually, this game we looked forward to a month, 2 months in advance, even in the summer. Sort of snuck up on us. I think maybe because both teams aren't really the behemoths they were maybe a couple years ago.
Well, I think maybe both teams weren't earlier in the year. I think we kind of worried about Indianapolis without Marvin Harrison and without proven weapons. And we worried about the Patriots with Tom Brady coming back, and where would they be? I think early in the year, there were, especially after the Jets game, there were some serious questions. But now, there's no doubt these are the 2 of the best teams, if not the 2 best teams. Sorry, New Orleans in the NFL right now.
Of course, we're making up for the lack of hype all week, and It's going to go right up to kickoff time at 8:20. Amazing what strikes me, and I'm sure you as well. You look at the Patriots over the last decade, they've overcome injuries, and nothing's changed. Other than a few blips, nothing has changed. We look at the Colts, 3 defensive backs, starting linebacker hurt. Bob Sanders, probably one of the best safeties in the league, goes out. They don't miss a beat.
I think if New England did one thing for Indianapolis, it showed the importance of depth over the years. Indianapolis went out and paid Peyton Manning. They went out and paid Reggie Wayne and Marvin Harrison, and they lost Edgerrin James, and you said, okay, we're going with superstars. I think Bill Belichick's theory of bringing a lot of guys in who can play, try and mix and match, versatile players, I think Indy's taken a little bit of that, and they've run with it. They've had guys that can step in.
I look at these teams, obviously 2 of the best teams of the decade. You could add Pittsburgh as well, but these 2 have probably been the most consistent. I guess we got to go to the president and Belichick and Bill Polian, 2 guys that despise each other.
Right, and it's weird. They both take kind of opposite ways to the top. I mean, Belichick came in, had his roots in defense, had his roots in building from within with a lot of different players that can be versatile. The Colts said, okay, we're going to shock you. We're going to throw bombs at you and try and run it up. They kind of both met in the middle. Belichick went offense with Randy Moss and Wes Welker, and the Colts have said, wait a minute, we need some defense. Sanders, Freeney, Mathis.
I look at they got 2 guys, Jacob Lacey, who's replacing Keith Hayden, and Bullitt, who's replacing Bob Sanders, both undrafted free agents. So in retrospect, to be great, you still have to bring in players. That aside, let's go through the key element for both teams is the key guys are all back there. Patriots go from Brady to a couple offensive linemen to Moss to Welker. Go back to the other side. It's Reggie Wayne. It's the defensive end Dwight Freeney. It's Peyton Manning. So the key guys are back in place.
Absolutely, and we've heard so much hype this week about Manning or Brady. I mean, it does start and end with those guys. I mean, it looks like you're going to get to the end of this game, and it's going to come down to a 2-minute drill. And who couldn't you have confidence in with Peyton Manning or Tom Brady running the show there?
I've become the biggest Peyton Manning fan. I believe he's, because Brady's 3 Super Bowls, he's slightly tarnished. I would take him even with Brady. I love the guy. What do you like in this game?
I thought about it a lot. And as much as you want to pick the Patriots, knowing they need to win, I just remember being there for that with that crowd and that noise. I like the Colts in a close one, a game that they'd probably have the ball last and win.
It probably is a coin flip. The only thing is I just think with all the new guys they have on defense, I just see Brady attacking that defense. The key is just keeping Freeney. And it's the one thing that you got to give the Patriots credit. Freeney hasn't had a lot of big games, and it's not because of Matt Light. I think they always get the tight end out there and protect him. It is about pressure. I wouldn't be surprised, obviously, if the Colts win. I think the Patriots have to win this game, and they win a great game.
Like you say, it's going to come down to that, the big stars making plays, which is going to be great. I mean, obviously, this is a great show for the National Football League.
All right. Well, thanks for coming, Hector. We'll do this again. This is Burt Talk Sports, and like I said, let's make sure we keep this up the rest of the season.
All right.